All right, guys, just to let you know, this is almost the entire match. We have Dustin Oaks on bottom, who submitted this video. I train with him on Sundays at Bel Air BJJ. He is currently a blue belt, but he was still a white belt at the time of this video. Fun fact, though, he's going against the guy that I trained with at the time, Ben, on top. So, Ben Odom. This would be a fun watch then. I did not see this match much. I was actually competing on the far left corner when this happened. So maybe Ben got a takedown to start off. Okay, so let me just rewatch this here. So Dustin's establishing guard. He's trying to get some frames. He's trying to lock in half. Yeah, he probably should have locked that leg up just to show here. Bigger guys, right there, you probably should just do your best to lock that leg up. Small guys do not like locking up half guard because they use their shins so well. But when you're built like Dustin, it just makes sense, I think, if you're trying to avoid the guard pass. But that, damn. Let's rewind this again. So Dustin has a ghost escape attempt. He goes to almost do like a reversal. So not even quite a full-on ghost escape. And one more time. I need to figure out slow motion on this. So it starts to get in bottom side control. There's passing points. Dustin has the arm in position. He goes to throw him over. And then he sits back there. As a big guy, you probably shouldn't sit back. One more time. You probably should not sit back on this. Stay on top, head higher, and then he sat to his butt. That is small guy jiu-jitsu and maybe even sub-only jiu-jitsu, but he's in that position again. So if you're going to go for this ghost escape, I think instead of powering people, you should just try to sneak out, which Dustin almost did there. You should move your body completely, if not solely, instead of trying to move your opponent. This grip on the bottom here, yeah, that body lock, that's going to be hard to use offensively. Back to that. What happened there? Let's take this back. I love white belt big guy grappling. This is so explosive and so much octane. So Ben went to step over. And Dustin, Dustin has explosive power from the bottom and good timing. Just a little reckless and aggressive here. I want to see that again, though. So, Ben's on top. Dustin just waits for it and uses that right arm. He uses that ghost escaping type arm, that frame. The same arm he kept using, I think, to ghost escape. But either way, he's good with that inside arm and the side control, bottom side control position. One last time, let's back that up. Ben's on top. He spins around. Yeah, and he switches just to getting that frame, traps the leg, and turns him over. That was nice. So Dustin, the reason he tripped Ben up is Ben steps over the legs. He traps him, blocks it, and spins him over. You don't see that often. You see the regard often, but that was a pretty slick turn of events. And then immediately Ben starts almost reversing him. Oh, my God. Oh. Ben's learned to do a lot of that little stuff right there for me. Let's watch that again. There's a lot going on here. Neither guy can settle position well. I can only imagine the amount of energy that they are using and how this feels right now. So I'm trying to think for Dustin's perspective here. If you're on top here, yeah, that's tough once they start getting under the leg. That deep half sort of. Yeah, you need to post. I don't know if Ben had his arm trapped prior, but Dustin's right arm needs to be ready to post, or even post with your head. Angle. See, Dustin gets parallel, but he should be more perpendicular with his body here. Right here, he should try to come across Ben a bit more. And when he goes vertical, Ben just takes him right over. Yeah, you need to keep your posts over in that sweeping direction. All right, let's see here. Dustin has established a locked up half guard, but now Ben has sprawled out and gets right past. It's so hard for big guys to actually play any form of guard at a newer level. It's tough. Dustin is not built for guard. This video doesn't do it justice, but the guy is like, he just looks so solid and so strong, but he is not distinctly limby for a big guy. He's just a massively powerful torso. I mean, limbs too, but they're not like super long. He's going for this Kimura. Let's see what's going on here. This is kind of hard to see. Let's back this up. So Dustin, I guess, has control of the arm here. He already has a Kimura grip. Gosh. So what you want to do here is you need to play the Kimura more than you're playing the half guard. You need to really lock in. And if you're going to... Let's see. How does he get out of this? Oh. He just... Oh. That was so close. Ben is pretty flexible for a heavyweight. If he keeps doing that a lot, he won't be that flexible by the time Ben hasn't been training lately, but like that would make a lot of us tap. I would have to tap to that. He won't be able to do that very long if he keeps doing that. Great view of the ref. Oh, here we go. So we're just going to troubleshoot this right here a little bit. I can't get so technical because, I mean, it's the chaos of a white belt round. But gosh, that looked like it had finishing mechanics if he just had a little bit more control. When you switch from controlling the half guard leg, you're going to need to lock onto something with your legs to get the finish. So if you can't use the mat to keep Ben in place, you're going to have to use your legs maybe around his head, almost like a triangle. Yeah, see, Ben's doing a good job of just shucking him away and coming right back up. And then that's how he sneaks out. Yeah. I mean, nothing too wrong there. I think initially he could have got a finish if he attached to the arm a little bit more and hunkered down on his control. It's not the easiest finish from half guard, and Ben just let his arm be bendy in a way where you just need to follow the finishing mechanics and the torque a bit more. So Ben is going for the crossbody arm triangle we go for. Dustin's doing a good job of getting his arm out. Ben not doing the best job at the choke, but, you know, we're looking at white belts. This is just a great learning experience, and the fact that these guys are fighting so hard. Lighter people are probably watching this and they don't get this, but, like, I mean, I don't know what Ben weighs here. Oh, my gosh, another freaking... It's a sweep because there's a guard, but you might as well call these things like reversals. They're not very technically set up sweeps. They're explosive. Another just high octane movement. Let's back this up. So Dustin's playing half guard here. Ben's going for this arm triangle. See, when I do this arm triangle here, this is why I emphasize left elbow post out. If you're going to go for this arm triangle crossbody, you need to get the left elbow planted perpendicular as a post, and so you won't get rolled over. One more time. So Ben's elbow's down by the side body. There's nothing as a post. His head is his only post, and he just rolls him over his head. So you got to have pretty solid positioning there, wide base, tripod position, and an elbow post to not get reversed like that or swept. But it's you know, it's a sweep, but hardly. Oh, Americana from the half guard, tough. You could use it to pass. Let's see. Oh, not bad, but... Oh, and that's the end. So that's all we have. I guess probably time ran out not long after that. Let's see this little Americana attempt here. And it's just... Yeah, I don't want to spend a ton of time going over Americana details. I'm going to let this kind of play out a little while I just give some thoughts on this match. Not really watching it. obviously we could pick apart the Kimura attack and the Americana attack and say, like, if you work on your finishing mechanics, you could have got him. Or maybe even your guillotine mechanics, as we just saw there. But I think there's a bigger lesson to be learned for these guys. And I know this wasn't a complete match, what was sent to me. Dustin lost on points. And we have so many opportunities for both of these guys to definitively win this match. Definitively win this match. If Ben just camped out a little bit right here and just tried to get some sort of control, establish a base, get posts ready, stop spinning so much, just like break them down statically. And I mean, Ben's doing a lot of good, but like you get reckless in your transitions. And that's the same thing that happens to Dustin. He gets a little reckless in his transition and he doesn't try to establish base and you know, get some inside control, get some sort of underhook, control of an arm, pin the other person well. These are two large, strong men. And they're not using it to stifle the movement of the other person. I think pinning and controlling a large white belt is one of the easiest things to do. However, though, having trained with both of these guys, like Dustin now as a blue belt and Ben back then, they definitely are scrappy. Like Ben was just, the only training Ben did pretty much was just getting his ass kicked by me and guys that could beat me. Like he would come at 5 a.m. where he was the only guy that wasn't like competing at an advanced level. And he was just getting smashed all day, every day. And drinking his Gatorade. He was our Bert Kreischer. Yeah, that's an inside joke. He was doing keto and he was eating meatloaf and drinking Gatorade. But anyway, God bless Ben. Like the control here is just non-existent. It's like Dustin has the underhook you don't want to give up in this position. Ben should be fighting. Well, he did get the underhook back there, but the point is, but what does he do? Immediately he gives up his leg. It's like Ben here's like, hey, you know what? I get the underhook back. You're not moving, so how about I give you something? They're just constantly giving each other things to take, and it makes for such an exciting match. It's like the second there's no movement, they're like, we need to go, we need to work. Too active, way too much movement. And I already said God bless both of them for being such large, strong men who just want to go, 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 go. So I know I've kind of rambled on this. To put it more precisely, if you have the size advantage or just you're a large person, you need to be very, very careful and incremental with your movement. Both of these guys have decent timing on the bottom and picking and choosing their opening, but it's like, yeah, I'm just looking at this Americana. I would just say all of the movement is a bit unnecessary. Now, maybe Dustin needs to work here to get points. I know he lost on points. I don't know what the points exactly were, but he lost on points. So it looks to me too much like little guy jiu-jitsu. The shin use there by Dustin, trying to use his shins as frames instead of just establish a guard. But it worked out for his advantage, kind of, and then falling to his back. It's a lot of flopping around. Tough guys, tough white belts. Like me as a white belt could easily lose this match. I would imagine this would be a very, very hard match for me when I was competing at beginner against either of these guys. But like, for instance, it's just like, you see this position here, and it's like, what? Dustin's not able to escape this position. Why does Ben feel the need to transition and then give up so much? They're just giving each other everything. It's just nonstop giving each other opportunity. That was a bit more legit. Like, Ben earned that one a little bit, But like Dustin's hunkering down, hone in, establish some base. And again, he didn't establish base. He got caught up reaching, going for stuff, fighting. Too much adrenaline. So all in all, awesome stuff. I can only imagine how exhausting this is for large heavyweights. Not just heavyweights, but large heavyweights. And yeah, try to establish some positional control. Be aware of the points, and like, yeah, if you're down on points, do what you have to do. But once you're in a good position to work from, build from, score more points, do it. If you need to get an extra 2, go to knee on belly. If you need to secure more points, get to mount. But once you're on top and have even close to having the lead, slow down. Take your time. Work within the position you've earned. Make a home base out of the pin. Pick a position and work from it. Don't just move on to the next thing. You know, that's what I would say. Wow. Just watching this and talking at the same time. That's what I got for this one. Wild match to watch, nonstop action, but just hunker down on some control. Be a little patient. Know that you're big guys and you're going to get tired easily, and just calm down and breathe. Slow it down. That's what I think. Good video.